Hi, Gary Poirier here at ATM to take a look at the new BR285 and the new BR2000. The BR285 and the BR2000 are identical saws. One's just a very large saw and one's even a larger saw. There's some really nice features applied to this saw. One is a nice touch control panel. We actually have safety features built in. We can move everything very quick when the door is closed for rapid advancement. For safety features, which we feel are very important, when the operator has the door open, nothing happens. So now, when the operator wants to line the piece, he must turn the key on, the safety key. He must put a hand here and he must put a hand here. That guarantees he doesn't have anything in the machine. This way he can move around freely without any fear of hurting himself. Also, we have the side door here, which gives us plenty of access. So if you have large parts to put in, and this saw is big enough that you might actually have to forklift the part in to get in their place to cut it. This gives us free access to the machine. We also, over here, have a side door that makes it very easy to change the blade so you can reach it. It also makes it very easy to clean out the machine and do any service that might be needed. We have a cleaning hose here, which allows us to flush the machine out. Make sure everything stays nice and clean. When you're trying to set something up, sometimes you want to get a nice close look at where you're going to cut the part. This allows us to bring the control panel over, use the safety feature with the key on, and take a nice close look at where we're going to move it. We also have a laser alignment tool, so if you're cutting a gear tooth out or something of that nature, we can turn off the overhead light and turn the laser alignment tool on. That way we can see exactly where we're going to cut. We can actually have the laser alignment tool and the light on at the same time. Over here we have all the controls for the X, Y, and Z axis. What makes this saw so unique is that we have a very large Z axis. And this was done by installing the motor, water cooled, inside the cutting chamber. Now it's going to move slowly because I have the door open, but you'll see the entire range of movement. We can bring the head up, we can move it all the way over here, and then all the way over here. This Z-axis movement is so great that we can actually put multiple parts in the machine, have the machine cut the parts automatically while we're gone. And we also have a large table movement. So if we wanted to, we could clamp 4 different parts in the machine, set up the programming here for all 3 axes, save it in here. We have unlimited capabilities, save as many programs as you like and name those programs. Set it all up, hit the start button, close the doors, walk away, and that would allow this unit to go through and make all the cuts automatically. So you have a saw that's capable of making very large cuts and also a series of smaller cuts. Typically you take a large gear or something, you want to cut a large piece out of it, and then you have to cut smaller pieces out. And this would allow you to do all this automatically. We also have this very large working table, which allows us to put all kinds of different clamps in it. The rails are protected. Everything up here is protected. Here we have nice fluorescent lighting so we can see. And we also have a door on the other side that we can open up. One of the really nice features of all ATM equipment is they want to make it so it's easy to take care of and maintain. So what we've done on this saw, and which what we do on all our large saws, is we actually have a grease system here. This applies grease to all the important parts of the machine at any time, and you can choose the time that you're scheduling it to apply grease to any points of the machine. We have a recert tank here. If you're not high volume, you only make a few cuts a day, the recert tank's more than sufficient to make nice, cool cuts. But if you're cutting large volume, running 24 hours a day, we really suggest a band filter for this type of application on a saw this large. And I'll show you the recert tank rolls out nice and easy. We have a basket here, so if your parts fall in, you can pull them out. And we also have a filter liner here to make it easy to maintain. Now every saw is going to need service sometime. So one of the nice things they've done is made it so we can slide the control panel out of the way, slide the door out of the way. We have a key to lock this. We take the key, open it up, and all our electronics are over here in a sealed compartment. We have the frequency converter, the stepper motors, power supply, contactors, everything in a dry environment, so we don't have to worry about any contamination here. It makes the machine very easy to maintain for a long time and very easy to service. When you actually purchase the machine, this is a rather large machine and it has to be moved into place. So the first thing we want to look at is make sure the location's right, but we also have these large hooks, so we can use it to carry it into place and put it in. The control panel itself is very easy to use. It's all symbols. Your X, Y, and Z are all here. Your travels are here. Your RPMs are here. And this is one of the really unique things about this saw. As your cutoff wheel gets smaller, you need to increase the speed because you have the rotational speed slowing down as the wheel gets smaller. We can actually, with this saw, program it for slower and slower speeds as the blade's larger, and then speed it up as it gets smaller to maintain a constant cutting velocity. We also can take a measurement of the wheel itself. We have an optional ultrasonic measurement. It's located inside of here. When you start the machine, air blows off any swarf from the measurement device and measures the cutoff wheel, and that lets you get the optimal speed. It also means when you make multiple cuts, it actually knows the size of the cutoff wheel and adjusts its travel, so when it's making that cut, it always cuts all the way through the part. A lot of times what happens, operators set up a program, the blade's smaller, they don't realize it, they start the machine, they're making cuts, they're gone, they come back, the part's not cut all the way through. Here, as it knows the blade's wearing down, it's adjusting its travel to make those cuts. That's what makes this machine fully automatic and allows the operator to do other things while this is happening. This also means we can use this as a production saw. There's times when you need good cuts in a production environment. You're cutting turbine blades or you're cutting some type of billet that needs a nice quality cut. This machine allows that to happen. We can open the machine up, we can put conveyor belts, run the part through, and the machine can automatically make the cuts unattended. And that's really important in a production environment. So we were very proud of this machine. Like I said, this is the BR285. We have a much larger BR2000. They also can be used for metallurgical cuts and production cuts. This is ideal if you're working with ground-based turbine blades, large gears, wind turbines where they have the large yaw and pitch bearings, and when the parts have been heat treated or very hard. There's not a material out there with a proper blade that this saw cannot cut. Thank you.